Hello, influencers. How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching this video. Welcome to another interesting edition of No Host Bad with IT. My name is Itunu. How are we doing, people? Happy Sunday. Actually, this is I just want to say a big thank you to all of you, my subscribers out there. Thank you so much. I call you influencers because you are influencing your way, in your word, rather in a special way. Thank you so much. This is a video that I would actually love to have shown my face, but for now I couldn't. I will let you know why that is not possible today. I will let you know definitely during the week. I will try as much as possible to let you know that during the week. So today I want to discuss, if you heard recently, the new rule, the new what's it called now, they call it mandate. Living Faith call it mandate, that they're having a set of new guidelines, to what will now operate in their church, how the church will be run, leadership wise, and all that. So when I saw that happen during the week, and when I saw that, I was like, wow. It is no longer news. The owner of Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo. So it came out in a video. I will not be playing that video. Some of you may have seen it. That the leadership is now having, there are new rules to the leadership. So I want to. He said in that video that winnerschapel pastors, nobody will be able to lead the church. Anybody that is over 58 years old will no longer be able to lead the church. They call it the secularization. Yeah. So I'm like, so I want to just in this video share with you the history of Living Faith Church, how it began, and what this decision may, the fruit that it might bear in the years to come. Now, Oyedepo said in that video that nomenclature change. He is the president of the church, of course, he's the owner of the church. So that the nomenclature now, his apostle, he quoted somewhere in the Act of Apostle. Of course, whatever you there is nothing you want to do that you will not have a Bible verse to support it. So that one is for sure. So he said they are now to be called apostle after him. All right, he's the president now. He said nobody after over 65 years old will be able to be an apostle, to lead. Then the idea of serving multiple terms is no longer there. They used to have president and vice president. So vice president now will be presbyters from Presbyterian. Okay, so they have executive council, that it will now be referred to as council of priests, and each local church will have a separate board for internal administration. All right, so they call it the review of the operational manual, which, like I said earlier, is they call it the mandate. I want to see Oyedepo here as preparing for what will happen after his demise. Either we want to accept it or not. He will not be here forever. Definitely not. I call this because tactfully he has eliminated the possibility of people who started this course with him. He has tactically eliminated the possibility of their becoming president of Living Faith after him. Now, look at this document. This is the leadership structure. I told you I'll be telling you the history of this church. This is the leadership. In fact, this is a video, like I said earlier, this is actually a video I'd love to show my face. I'm not the kind of person that we hide under a camera to speak, but I will let you know tomorrow or next why you are not seeing me. Now, this is the leadership of the church. Bishop, like you see on the screen, Bishop David Oyedepo is the founder and president of Living Faith Chapel Church Worldwide. Now, the next in rank to him is his wife, Faith Abiola Oyedepo. They call her the first lady. That's his wife. Then, next in rank to her is Bishop David Olatunji Abioye. A lot of you know Bishop Abioye. Now, the next person is Bishop Thomas Aremu. Then we have Pastor David Karim. Then Pastor Onyedikachi Onwuzurike. Chris Wealth, okay, and then we have Simon R. So that's the leadership. That's the leadership structure. That's the leadership of the church. Now, all of these men. This is the photo you are looking at on your screen. Is the photo of Oyedepo and Bishop Abioye, who is next in rank. If a man should be made to lead the church, Bishop Abioye is next in rank with him. But now that Oyedepo has said that nobody over 65 will be able to lead the church, that means Abioye has been, and Abioye is currently, Abioye was born on March 11, 1961. All right, so that has taken him out of the race. By that calculation, Abioye is 63. All right, and Oyedepo is still alive, and Abioye will not take over why Oyedepo is still alive. You get the gist. So we have Pastor Aremu, Bishop Aremu. Right now, Bishop Aremu is the one heading the Ibadan zone of the church. All right. So, and Bishop Aremu is 60. Was born 57. Right now is 67. So by this calculation too, he will not be able to lead the church. You get the point. All right. So on and on like that. And then we have David Karim. David Karim is 63. All right. David Karim too will not be able to lead the church, as it were. So what is Oyedepo saying? In clear terms, even if he didn't come out to say it, this is what I see as eliminating people who started this journey with him. This is Bishop Aremu, that I said is the one leading the Ibadan zone of the church. Now, the church started actually in Ilorin, all right, years back, and then later he moved to Lagos. He started his operation in Lagos, Nigeria in 1989. It's a long time. So a lot of these people has been on this journey with this church. These children, the children of Oyedepo, I'm going to talk about them. Some of you know them. I'm going to talk about them and my thoughts on what their father is doing for them in order to make them take over the church. We have discussed a lot of time on this channel and on other platforms that when God called a man, if a man said God called him, does that mean his children too are called? Because either we want to accept it or not, that is the norm. That is what is going on. This is Pastor David Karim, and he's 63. I couldn't get the photo of Oyedepo in online. There are very vague information about him, but the only information I have is that he's heading the Sierra Leone, aspect of their region of their church. All right, now David Oyedepo Jr., right? He's the first son of Oyedepo. He was born in 1983, July 1st, 1983. So by now, David Oyedepo Jr. is 41. Did you get that? He's 41. Now, if his father, although this thing that has been announced is already, is already in operation. So there's no doubt about it. So is this saying that okay, his first son is 41? Yeah, that is David Oyedepo Jr. Now let me quickly tell you about him. It's so interesting the way churches are run. It's so interesting in Africa and other parts of the world. It's no longer news, like we know that these people, as we can see, is a family business. Yeah, like I told you, this guy was born 1983. All of this senior pastors have mentioned to you, I've discussed with you. This is a boy that is old, is young enough to be, they are old enough to be fathers too. This boy, as we see, is in 2004, he became the youngest member of the Covenant University Board of Regents, which they call the Governing Council. In 2016, it was said that Bishop Oyedepo and his wife Faith Oyedepo went on vacation, and David Oyedepo Jr. that you are looking at on your screen ministered in 5 services on Sunday at the Faith Tabernacle. The report said it was the first time anyone, please note that anyone aside Bishop Oyedepo himself will do that. And David Jr. is the youngest vice president of the Living Faith Church. There are others which I have read out their names to you. Last year, a story broke that his own junior brother Isaacoyedepo, as we speak, Isaac is Isaac is 39. Yeah, there was a news item last year that he left the church. But in a twist, there are a lot of things, or a lot of news from the grapevine. In a twist, he said, oh, okay, he's back, because according to him then, that he had his own calling. And people were like, okay, if he has his own calling, it doesn't have to be with his father. This is Isaac that wrote. He himself went on his Instagram page last year, and he said he has left, that he has his own calling. And people were like, okay, if he has his own calling, let him be. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for doing that. But I think they say people call him, all other pastors that are his father's friends call him and say, what are you doing? What do you think you are doing? Why will you say you are leaving the church? Why did you say you are leaving the church? Up till now, there is nothing, not a statement from the church to explain that drama. I'm no longer living. Recently, what's his name? Leke Adeboye had a chat with him and asked him. Maybe you heard that whatever interview they say they did. Leke asked him that, okay, why did he leave Winners? Why did he leave Living Faith? He asked him, and let me put it. And this guy, Isaac, said, let me quote, because Leke asked him, did you ever leave? I just said there was back and forth about he left, he didn't leave, he came back and all that. Meanwhile, I posted on his Instagram page that he was leaving, that he had his own calling. So he wrote, he said that when Leke Adeboye asked him, I am still in Winners. I'm still in Living Faith. I'm still a member and a steward because of the assignment that God has given to us. Given to us. Us. Who are the us? He went further. I think we just overcomplicated very simple things. Who are you? Who are the we that complicated very simple things? If anybody complicated your matter, it would be your father, because you wrote yourself that you were living faith. That because you have your own calling, you have a calling to be a youth pastor. You want your own ministry. All right. Now, he said further. He said, before I came in full time to being a pastor, I was a member, and that I see, and what I see is that it was a transition. Nothing really changed, but the challenge is seeing me on the altar ministry as a pastor. I'm currently planting a church in Abuja, but then I now have a liberty to pursue what God has asked and called me to do, which I can't do being a full-time pastor. There is another school of thought that said this guy was always having head-on coalition with his father, with Oyedepo, because he is not comfortable with what he sees in the church. That he complains that he's not comfortable with the leadership system of the church. So that he always complained, and because of that, they were always moving him around, transferring him from one place to the other, and all that. And that was part of the problem why he said he will be leaving. He left last year, and then some people spoke to him and he came back. Now, if all the men that we have talked about, all the people that I have outlined to you, if none of them is good enough to lead the church, from Bishop Abioye to Remu, to Karim, and all of them. What is Oyedepo? What is the message that he's passing across? And the unfortunate thing, here is the catch. The unfortunate thing in this scenario is that nobody will say anything. Nobody will say anything. You know why? There is this thing in Nigerian churches. There is something in theology that is called syncretic. Syncretic is when you combine your belief with the thing you believe with Christianity. You join Christianity with your cultural beliefs. Yes, that is what Nigerian and other African countries, that is what their churches do. They do what is called syncretic in theology. Now, they paint the picture of God like some Amadioha or some Ogun that will just strike you if you should question the decision of the leaders. So they create. That's why when we do videos like this, some of you will say, "Hey, touch on my anointed. Hey, yeah, you will see what will happen to you. Hey, what?" Because they have created fear into your heart. They have told you that you cannot challenge them in whatever they do. Now, the first Living Faith Church was planted on December 11th, 1983 in Ilorin, Kwara State. And some of these men had been with Oyedepo since then. 1983. Some of these men has been with Oyedepo since that time. Bishop Aremu, as we speak, is the vice president, although now they are not to be called vice president again, foreign missions, and is currently domiciled in Ibadan. If none of these men can now lead the church after Oyedepo, that's what is saying, what is telling them is that they have served. I know we say, okay, it is God that will serve, but then let's be realistic. Which God did he pray to before he came out with this age elimination, whereby he tactically eliminated all these men, eliminated their eligibility to lead the church? If we say it is God, because a lot of you say, hey, it is God that we're serving. If you say it is God that we're serving, why is it important for Oyedepo to remove this men tactically from the possibility of their leading the church? Because his first son is 41 now, he's eligible. That's David Jr. I don't see Isaac as leading the church because Isaac doesn't even have interest. If Isaac is left, if Isaac was left alone last year to take his decision, because I heard that after he did that, his father's friend called and said, hey, why if you do this, what do you think members will do? Don't you think members will leave the church? Don't you think this will happen? Don't you think this will happen? These are men that has worked with Oyedepo over the years. A lot of them started with him 1983. Some of them joined along the line. So it is his son now that he has tactically positioned that they will take over from him. I don't know, this kind of a thing, it's something that will break, I'm telling you, that will break Living Faith Church after he has gone. It might even begin to break even in his lifetime. Now, like I was explaining to you, secretive, they use secret, they create fear. You cannot talk. God will smite you if you ever say anything. God will do this, God will do that. God is not like that. A lot of you will want to refer to, want to quote what happened, that Israelites said Moses married Egyptian woman and all that and all that. Go and read the background to, great background to Bible stories. Don't just read a version. I mean, the version, yeah. Don't just read a line or whatever and begin to make comment. So, what is it that Oyedepo so much, that is so much important to him? If he say he's a servant of God, that one of these men cannot be the president after him, except for his young son. And I don't see him, now that he has eliminated them by age, I don't see him going to take another youth that is not over 65 from among members. We'll be deceiving ourselves if we say he will do that. Definitely his wife cannot be president after him. So that's what we say all the time. People, go to church with your brains intact. This is a kind of thing that will make these men, I don't know any of them, I'm not a member of Living Faith, I mean, I don't know any of them, but this kind of injustice is a kind of thing that will make people to say, oh, what a waste of time. Get me right, we know it is God they are serving, fine, but then it is injustice when something that's supposed to belong to you, something that's supposed to be given to you, is given to someone else. Look at what I read to you in this. All of this information I'm giving you, they're online. You can check them out yourself. Oyedepo and his wife traveled. They traveled, and David ministered in 5 services in 2016. Where was Bishop Abioye? Where was Bishop Aremu? Where it was a service. It was. So there was no other pastors there that could minister, that David Oyedepo Jr. had to minister in 5 services on a Sunday. And the report said that was the first time anyone aside Bishop Oyedepo would do that. So over the time, they have been preparing these boys. They went to schools abroad to go and study theology. They were Kenneth Copeland School and all that. They went to Oral Roberts. David, for instance, went to Oral Roberts University in Oklahoma, Christian University. He went to Kenneth Hagin. He was ordained by Kenneth Hagin, Kenneth Copeland. Went to his school too. So these are people that has tailored their children. The same thing, Isaac. Yeah. So they've been preparing. I hope, I don't know why this man that has been with him, I don't know why they didn't see this coming. Because since I'm not sure Isaac and David Jr. chose to go to these schools they went to. They were tailored to go to those schools in preparation for this time. It's just as simple as ABC. So people, thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This leadership by elimination that Oyedepo did, it's mind blowing. I'm going to talk to you again very soon. Thank you so much. Look at, we were younger there. He held his hands. He held Abioye's hand. In fact, prior to now, years back, what was on everybody's mind was that, oh, Abioye will take over from Oyedepo. Abioye will take over from Oyedepo and all that. So look at what has played out. With age now, they are all disqualified. Okay, people, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll talk to you again by His grace tomorrow or next. If you are still considering joining this family of influencers, click that red button and put on your notification bell so that you will know whenever I get to upload video. I love you. Go to church with your brains intact. God bless you. Bye.